Look, when the police came to take him on, that would have been an absolutely terrifying experience for them.
What would have been terrifying? What, you don't know if they were or they weren't terrified? Well, the police haven't released any information on that, or you didn't think to ask? You just thought you'd report on something that you don't know whether it's true or not? Well, you're saying would have because it didn't happen and they weren't terrified.
Knowing that he'd already killed so many people, but we're learning more about those hero police officers that did eventually manage to tackle Brenton Tarrant to the ground. We're joined now by our reporter Gabby Boyle, who's live here in Christchurch for us this morning. Gabby, amazingly, those officers had just come from a course on how to deal with armed offenders.
Yep, you heard right. I know, you can hardly believe it, can you? That the cops that arrested him had only just come from, right then and there, from how to deal with someone who's running around shooting people.
Yeah, that's right, Tom. This is an incredible story, and it's one that Today Show viewers need to hear. It just blows your mind when you think about the circumstances that led up to Brenton Tarrant's arrest. We know that the police officers were at a nearby hospital where they were undertaking a training program on how to deal with armed offenders.
That's right. Today Show viewers really need to hear this because that's how stupid they think, or probably know, Today Show viewers are. That they're going to believe that these officers have only just left how to take out a guy with a gun. And suddenly, right in front of them, there he is. He did say it's mind-blowing. Well, my mind's blown. And it's incredible. Yeah, it's certainly not credible.
Now, these aren't heavily armed police. They're not highly trained specialist officers. These are police officers that do things like call into schools and speak to children or visit the elderly and walk around the streets and make sure that they're up to date with community safety.
They visit the elderly? They go to talks in schools? What, are they community safety officers? Branch of the police department? Because if they are, why are they learning how to take down a guy with a machine gun? They're just even contradicting themselves in this bullshit story.
These are everyday police officers that made this arrest. We know that at the hospital they received a call out saying that there was an armed gunman on the loose.
Oh, no, they're not. I mean, what they said, they were still at the hospital when they received the call out. So what, they're still doing the course? And, you know, their radios are on and there's an emergency thing come through. We're just learning just how to take out a guy with a gun. Oh, we just got a call. There's a guy with a gun right nearby. Can you fucking believe it? Because I can't fucking believe it, and I'm not going to fucking believe it. This is just absolute fucking bullshit. I'm sorry for the expletives. This is garbage.
They jumped in their car, they took it upon themselves to drive around the streets of Christchurch here, and that's when they spotted a suspicious car. They called it into the station, they found out the rego they were looking for, and sure enough, they had spotted the correct car. That's when they managed to pull it over and arrest the gunman.
So with all the footage that they're showing, you can't actually see anything. They're just showing cops running from here to there, jumping from seed to seed, but you don't just show them pointing at it, but you don't get to see actually how they managed to get him and tackle him, and they don't go into any detail about that. They don't. Did they talk him out of it? Did he run out of bullets? Did they threaten him? Did he give up? Like, what was? No, all we get to know, but so that they don't have to give that any of that detail. All they're going to say is, look, they just come from how to take this guy down. So that's it. Today Show viewers need to see this, need to hear it. You know, they're laughing at us. I've just read some of my comments. I'll respond to them a bit later on tonight. But one of them just said they're laughing at us. And look, they're laughing at all of us.
Seen those incredible images of that arrest. The New Zealand Police Commissioner is naturally very proud of these two police officers.
Our staff acted with absolute courage in intervening and had to use some force. They put themselves in harm's way to stop any further attack, and I do believe they did prevent further attacks.
So no detail from this highly paid bullshitter. What did he say? They put themselves in harm's way and they used force, but he doesn't actually describe. And they prevented further shooting. So presumably he had the weapon ready to shoot, and somehow the cops didn't get shot, and they used force. Wouldn't see any force. This guy's just a highly paid bullshitter.
Two remarkable police officers there. You would have to think they will be in line for bravery awards, Tom.
Oh, look at her just looking solemnly down the camera as though it's all true. And finishing off with, oh, I think they should get a bravery award. This is how stupid they think and probably know the majority of people are.